boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm Upscaranjo PT, and for today what I have here is Dishonored 2. So Dishonored 2 is a benchmark that I wanted to make for a long time. Fortunately, the developers, the Arcane Studios, and the publishers, which is Bethesda, published a free demo. Thankfully it's free. Demos are getting rare these days. And they published a demo on Steam, which you can download to try out the game. So the game again is developed by Arcane Studios. It's one of my favorite developers because Arcane Studios was the developers of Dishonored 1 and Dark Messiah of Myth and Magic, which was great games, but this time they are using a new engine. It's the Void engine. It's based on ID Text engine. I don't like it too much, to be honest. So I'm playing with 1080p. I'm using the low preset, but I made a couple of changes, like for example the texture resolution. I switched to median because we have the VRAM for that. I switched water to median too because on low there is no reflections, and with median you get screen space reflections, which is quite nice. Of course there is a penalty on performance. Shadows I use median because unfortunately the low and the very low do flicker a lot, and that's a nice thing. The fog quality I left it on high because all the presets recommends it on high, and when I tried with my laptop on low it caused some weird bug, to be honest, so I just left it on high setting. Okay. The post-processing anti-aliasing I'm using TXAA, which is very similar to TAA. I like it a lot. And regarding to post-processing, I enabled bloom, depth of field. I disabled motion blur because motion blur it's pretty much a matter of a choice. Not all the people like it, so I enabled to send shafts and many other stuff. And this on advanced settings it's very important. So you know the resolution scaling. You know what it is. I hope so. This is pretty much a dynamic resolution scaling. So you set, for example, FPS target, which I have here is 29, and basically when the game gets lower than 29 FPS, the game uses a dynamic resolution scaling, which in this case I have set to balanced. What it does, it applies a resolution scaling of 75% if the frame rate is lower than 29. But if this goes the same way as the PS4, what is going to happen is it's only going to apply on horizontal pixels, which means that instead of being playing at 1920 per 1080, what it's going to happen if my PC doesn't hold up with frame rate above the 29 FPS, the resolution goes to 1440 per 1080. So the PS4 is a little bit better in this regard. It gets to 1700 as far as I know, because Digital Foundry confirmed it, but in our PC it gets a little bit lower. So you know, Dishonored 2 is not the best optimized title out there. Even on the consoles it's pretty bad, especially when you reach Karnaca. PS4 and Xbox One reaches the 19 frames per second. You heard it right, 19 frames per second. And so yes, there is a couple of places in this game where this game is exceptional demanding. I'm not really, I can't understand why the game demands so much on certain parts, but it really happens. And so that is why I'm using this resolution scaling a little bit more aggressively in order to not reach the 19 frames, but at least let's say 25. I know it's bad, but if you go to the Steam page of this game you will find there a thing that is the minimum requirements, and the minimum requirements for this game, it's insane. It's an HD 7970. So we are playing with an HD 7850, which is like half of the minimum requirements, but we are able to play. Yes, sometimes we have drops from 30 FPS, but it seems very playable. TXAA is awesome when you are using a resolution scaling, so when the game gets lower than 29 FPS and the resolution drops, I almost don't notice anything because of the XAA, because it's incredible. And because of that, let's say that despite we are with a PC that is let's say much worse than the minimum requirements, the fact is we can actually play the game. Okay, it's not the best experience on the world, but it's playable. So I left a link on the description of the video in case you are interested in buying this game, so you can buy it through Steam. There is a link there. I also left a link to buy the game on the Kinguin, because if you buy the game through Kinguin it should be a little bit more cheaper, but that's really up to you. If you buy through that link of Kinguin on the description, you will be supporting me a little bit and supporting the channel for having more games and better giveaways, you know, but do as you want. Okay, that's the thing. So with that, I'm going to let you enjoy a little bit of more gameplay. So I'm going to finish this part over here. I'm going to play a little bit of on Duwnall streets, and I'm going to play on Karnaca, which is very demanding. Okay, you can skip to any section that you want. It's everything on the description in the timestamps. Okay, as well as the performance without recording. Okay, that is very important because on Karnaca the recorder took a very big impact in the frame rate, and that is why I have the results without recording on the description. So hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Traitors. Anton Sokolov made this lock. I spent so many nights in here after the rat plague. I'll need this. I have a feeling I'll need these. The reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here. Until I understand this, I have to go into hiding. I should make my way to the docks. I've got to get out of Duwnall. What do I have to do to help my father? What do I have to become?
On a leg, that's what? Nothing. Worse than...
That's Emily!
You're not fit for the watch uniform. The city is crawling with the Duke's men.
Be on your guard, right, boys? Keep your eyes peeled.
Wonder who that was.
Did you hear
Did I
that?
imagine?
Stop! What was that? What's going on here? Hey, who is... You are... No!
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah Kaldwin is our new empress. All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, the former Empress, Emily Kaldwin, is now wanted for treason. Any of you found harboring Emily Kaldwin will be fined and arrested.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest. Road is blocked by order of the city watch.
I've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Not my concern, citizen. I'd advise you to return to your home.
Who's there? Anybody? Don't make me search the whole place. I don't have time for that.
You think you're clever, huh?
So, there's some kind of shitstorm happening here and... Lady Emily, you won't get far with that face. Stamped on half the coins in the city.
There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders. I don't care what my face looks like.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton, but Corvo's gone. The Duke of Serkonos is here with a woman named Delilah. They massacred everyone in the throne room. Then she did something I can't explain. There was nothing to do but run.
Sometimes that's all you can do. This is my ship, the Dreadful Whale. We can head out as soon as you're ready.
I need to get to Karnaca where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
You're Corvo's daughter. I'll give you that. Should we go? I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkonos spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Welcome to Karnaca, stranger.
You know the skipper? Why does she want that apart?
The Dreadful Whale. No, it's not on the register. Maybe one of the,
Ooh, somebody's packing weapons.
Outside us cooking cock.
Your face is covered. Are you worried someone might
The
recognize
sound of my
you?
own voice. It's like I'm talking to a stone wall for all they listen.
Jan?
New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassinations conducted in the name of the former Empress, Emily Kaldwin.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
Come here. Guards will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaca. Compliance
Come
is
in.
mandatory.
If you found this place, I'll trade with you. Are we gonna let a few blood flies stop us?
I'm in. Just remember to move slowly, and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead, and the place is infested with blood flies.
Going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
I'm being hunted by half the people in the Empire. Part of me is excited about what happens if they find me.
Please, you gave me no choice. Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? This is how we get rid of snitches, remember? If anyone asks, he just ran through it. Yeah, we couldn't stop him. Come on, let's finish this. What? Oh, the outsiders carry over! Don't use running! Oh.
The Wall of Light, from the time of the Rat Plague.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I don't...
No mercy! What the? I'll cure the world from the likes of you. For the Abbey, I'll perform right...
Huh?
Heresy. The corruption is deep. Without limits. The Abbey is at war in the fight to save your eternal spirit. You're supposed to be here! Over here!
Crown killer. I smell heresy on you.
Hey, you!
More Grand Guard soldiers.
You hide your back, coward! I'm flanker! Paper and death! You aren't going anywhere!
Hello boys and girls, welcome to the performance section of the video. So I benchmarked two sections. I benchmarked the duwnall streets and I benchmarked with a lot of settings, as you can see: median, low, median with adaptive resolution to quality, which is 85% of resolution scaling if it gets lower than 29 FPS. I done the same thing for the low settings, and then I used the same settings as I used on the Radeon, which is the low, median with adaptive resolution set to balanced. So as you can see, regarding the frame rate, it seems that the median with adaptive resolution or not, it's very close, and the low with adaptive resolution or not is very close, while the low median gets a little bit on between the two, which is pretty good. On Karnaca it is very demanding and the game is very consistent. There is places where you have great frame rate, but on Karnaca there is also places where you get very bad frame rate, and because of that I don't really think that the average matters, but the minimum matters really, because you look to the minimums, and on the median settings I got a minimum of 17, which is awful. But on the low settings I got an average around the 25 to 23, but with the low median settings with adaptive resolution to balance, the minimum is 24, which is the same minimum as the low settings, but you get a little bit better graphics, and a more aggressive resolution scaling. So regarding consistency, the settings that I used on the video gave me a better consistency, maybe because of a more aggressive adaptive resolution solution, because of the 75%, and so because of that it's a setting that I should recommend you to use to play. Of course you can drop to low and use these more let's say aggressive adaptive resolution, which is 75%, but that's really up to you. So based on the other stuff, the VRAM usage of the game was 2 GB. On the RAM the game used around 5 to 6 GB, so I think you should have 8 GB to play this game. Regarding the RAM, of course, CPU usage was in between of 30 to 19%, and GPU usage was 99%, so the GPU usage was the bottleneck here. So that's all that I want to talk about Dishonored 2. Hope you did enjoy the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye, thank you a lot for watching.